Hi, and welcome back to V12 Design. Pandemic, lockdown, retrovirus, a whole range of sadly familiar words that have entered our vocabulary in these last few months. Luckily, not all of these new words leave a bad taste in our mouth. Think of Zoom. If I said Zoom before January 2020, you'd be thinking of lenses that help me bring in an object closer, right? But from February 2020, Zoom has become a video chat software that allowed us to stay in touch with friends, family, and colleagues. Zoom is just one of the several softwares that allowed us to do that. And funnily enough, it doesn't belong to any of the tech giants we all know, whether it's Microsoft, Google, you name it. But I'm talking about Zoom this week because of the way things happen at Zoom. Zoom has its merits, has its flaws. We're not going to dive into that. And again, as usual, in true Spark spirit, make sure you do your research into that. But I hear too often people saying, oh, imagine being at Zoom. One day you're no one, then COVID-19 happens and boom, overnight you're a billionaire. How lucky were they? Well, it really didn't go this way. Eric Yuan, in 1997, moved from his native China to the States. A young software developer, he had been thinking about a video telephony software for more than 10 years, whilst commuting for about 9 hours by train to see his girlfriend back in China. So he moves to the States, barely speaks a word of English, but he's so brilliant that he manages to land a job as a software developer at WebEx, a recently found startup for web conferencing. And he helped them so much into developing, perfecting, building, honing their tools that he makes a name for himself. In 2007, Cisco buys for more than $3 billion WebEx, which has become, back then, the best in its segment. Eric joins the new company, and not only he helps greatly improving all the tools and the performances of WebEx within Cisco with new researchers, with new staff, with new fundings, but also makes a career for himself, and he becomes a top manager within Cisco. His love for software, his love for customer satisfaction started making him clash with Cisco top management. He keeps pitching new features and new ideas that in his mind are misunderstood by the top management. And with great bravery, he leaves Cisco, he leaves his pretty impressive career and goes solo. He doesn't technically go solo because 40 engineers from Cisco leave the company to follow Eric. That's how much they believed in his vision and his idea. So in 2011, Eric establishes Zoom and starts working on his video chat platform. It starts natively as video, unlike most of its competitors, and he works on mobility, video performance, and all the features that he thought and so intensely claimed WebEx was lacking of. In 2013, they officially launched Zoom, and he starts from day one to work really well and to gain traction and gain paying followers. And this goes on year after year after year. Eric's and his team keep honing and perfectioning every parameter of Zoom until in 2020, what we all know as the COVID-19 pandemic hits, but Zoom is ready and it all happens what we all know, an explosion in evaluation and number of subscribers, etc., etc. So the takeaway for this week's Sparks is, first of all, success is a process that is so slow that sometimes makes glaciers' movement seem fast. Then secondly, never judge other people's success. You may never know how big of a portion of their existence they may have blindly dedicated to that success. And this is more or less what happened to Zoom. So this week's takeaway is Make sure you look into all the video chat platforms you know out there and make sure you become an expert and choose the best one for your needs. Second, always make sure you read behind the life of a company, of a business idea, of an entrepreneur. There's always something to learn, and it's always important never to judge too quickly. Until next episode, as usual, please leave your comment, subscribe to our channel, and I will see you very soon. Ciao!